My name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I bring you the news on my channel, The Crypto Lifer Show. You guys are the lifers. I'm the Crypto Lifer. Together we make the greatest show in all of cryptocurrency and the world. It's a positive, energetic show that brings you love, light, and happiness and teaches you what's happening in crypto through technical analysis, deep diving, finding the gems, market cap, you name it, and the news. So let's jump in. EU's leaked digital euro bill outlaws interest, large holdings, and programmability. The central bank digital currency must be usable offline from day one to safeguard privacy, the draft says. Interesting. Paying interest on our surcharges for using a digital euro would be banned under a draft law, seen by CoinDesk, set to be proposed by the European Commission by June 28th. The proposed central bank digital currency would have to be available for cash-style offline payments from day one, and users shouldn't be able to program it to limit onward use, the leaked bill said. The digital euro shall be available for both online and offline digital euro payment transactions as the first issuance of the digital euro, said the text viewed by CoinDesk. The level of privacy for offline face-to-face use should be compared to withdrawing banknotes at an ATM. For offline transactions, neither the European Central Bank nor the payment service providers will gain access to the personal transaction data, though banks who distribute the currency can send financial crime authorities details of how accounts are funded if they suspect money laundering. Privacy emerged as the number one area of public concern in the 2021 ECB survey, which precedents from China leading many to worry a CBDC would lead to large-scale state snooping. The EU is one of the several jurisdictions worldwide, including the US and UK, considering whether to issue fiat currency in digital form. They already do. After a long period of investigation, the ECB is set to take a decision on whether to press ahead with the CBDC later this year, though Executive Board member Fabio Panetta has said the decision on the proceeding should be a political one rather than for central banks alone. Any legislation needed to underpin the CBDC would have to be agreed by the European Parliament, where lawmakers have proved somewhat skeptical, and governments who met in a body called the Council, who seem unlikely to nix the project altogether. As a legal tender, the draft law says shops must have to accept digital euro and not impose any surcharge for using it, unless they're a very small business or have some other good faith reason for declining, such as a power outage. The CBDC should not be programmable, the text added. The following concerns that the given ability to control how given funds are used could limit the free, usable nature of fiat currency. The text also sets out measures to stop people using digital euro accounts as alternatives to commercial bank savings. Holdings cannot bear interest, and the ECB will be able to impose future controls. Panetta also said that individuals should be limited to holding about 3,000 euros to ensure it's primarily used for day-to-day payments. Interesting. Already restrictions there, even though they say they're not doing restrictions, then they say you can only do this, then you can only do that. It's kind of weird. It contradicts itself inside of it. CBDCs scare me. Any type of programmable money that is connected to the government always makes me wary of what's happening and makes me think that it may not be the best for the people of the world. Polkadot revamps governance system, removes first-class citizens voting group. Polkadot, an interconnected network of public blockchains, streamed its governance model to allow voting on multiple issues to take place simultaneously, with everything being directed and controlled by the community. Polkadot OpenGov, introduced on Thursday, and will abolish so-called first-class citizens like the Polkadot Council, an elected entity that could propose referenda and approve spending proposals. Yeah, it's like you have a small group of people and then you have no governance at all. What's that type of governance? So they wanted to open up the governance to the people, realized that they were kind of having a small closed door, little club there that was controlling things. It's a good thing that they opened it back up to more decentralization for Polkadot. And Polygon Labs rolls out open database for blockchain use cases called the Value Prop. The database holds as many as 39 use cases and over 3,000 applications, with numbers expected to increase. Polygon Labs, the Ethereum scaling platform, has released an open database that shows positive use case of blockchain on any application from across the world, it announced. Called the Value Prop, the database holds as many as 39 use cases and over 300 applications, with numbers expected to increase. This is just the beginning. It's not like it's going to be a stagnant website, said Rebecca Rettig, Chief Policy Officer at Polygon Labs, in a pre-launch interview with CoinDesk. It's going to grow as people see it and say, oh, we want more applications there are on Solana to be listed on here. Please put them up on the website. The clamor for the use cases have been growing among regulators as jurisdictions grapple with the challenge of framing legislation that not only supports innovation but also protects citizens. We need to see a body of use cases of blockchain that reflect the power of the technology without the vulnerabilities of crypto to tilt the discussion in favor of positive regulation intended for mass adoption, one policy member of the group said. This is a big deal. And you can see that Polygon's not done continuing to build. And this is, Polygon is Matic. And I believe Matic is going to be a big player in the years to come. Matic was 1 penny. I remember when it IDO'd, still holding a 50x really from where it started. And this thing got huge, really, 200x at one point, maybe even more than that. So if you got in at the very, very low. So I love Matic. I hold bags of Matic, and I could see Matic doing big things further on in its future. So stay tuned for more. But that's your news at the Crypto Lifer Show. There you have it.